wanted to show you a close-up of the bonnet and how it looks on the baby. This is the back of the head, the side of the head, and this is what it looks like on top. Here's the bow that holds it in place, and this cute, adorable dress that goes with it is also on video tutorial if you want to make that to go with it. This dress has buttons on the back that you can unbutton, making it easier to take on and off. And for now, I do have these shoes on video tutorial that go with this dress nicely if you wanted to make those. And this is what the pink bonnet looks like. Just put the baby right onto that center piece, and then you fold the bonnet right in place. And then you could tie a bow. Just kind of straighten the bonnet out. And then you can cut the ribbon once you have the size. And then you have, just kind of straighten out the shells in the front. And then this is what the pink one looks like. And then here's the back. I used my F or 4mm crochet hook, and you're going to need a pair of scissors and the tapestry needle. The ribbon that I used for my project is a glittery purple ribbon from Celebrate It 360. I'm using a 3/8 inch. Here's some information on my ribbon. For the bonnet, you're going to start with whatever color yarn that you want for the back of the bonnet. I'm going to start with the purple. We're going to make a magic circle, so you're just going to drape the yarn across your 4 fingers. Use your thumb to stabilize. Then you're going to wrap the yarn around your 2 middle fingers and then hold it in place with your pinky and your thumb. Then you're going to take your crochet hook, and I'm using my F or 4mm crochet hook. You're going to go under those 2 loops around your middle fingers. You're going to bring up a loop. Then you're going to yarn over, turn the hook upside down, and bring the yarn through that loop for a slip knot. Then you're going to go under the magic circle loops again. You're going to bring up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, turn the hook upside down, go through both of those loops for a single crochet. Then you're going to make a chain of 2. 1, 2. That's going to count as your first double crochet. We're going to make a total of 12 double crochet into the magic circle. So that's 1. Yarn over, go into the magic circle, bring up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and go through 2, 2 loops remaining, yarn over and go through 2. So there's my second double crochet. So I'm going to do a few with you so you can see how I make my double crochets into the magic circle and how I'm holding my fingers and the yarn. So that's 4 I'm going to do one more with you, and then you're going to finish making a total of 12 of them into the magic circle, and then come back. After you finish making 12 double crochet into the magic circle, take your forefinger and thumb and just hold the base of the 12 double crochet. Then you have these 2 loops on the opposite side. You're going to pull on one of them. If it doesn't close, this one I don't think is closing, then you let go and pull on the other one. And then just gently close it. You don't have to worry about closing it all the way, just close it as much as you can gently. Then take the loose yarn end and pull on that gently. You can always close it more later, but see how I closed it most of the way. Then you're just going to turn your work, and we're going to go into the top stitch of that first chain that we made into the magic circle. So you're going to go into that top stitch. Take your crochet hook, go into that top stitch. Then you're going to make a slip stitch. So you're going to yarn over, turn the hook upside down, and go through both loops on the hook for a slip stitch, and then you join it into a circle. And this is where you can take and close the center of the magic circle more. Just turn your work and then just gently pull on that loose yarn end, and then that will close it up. Then you're going to take and make a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. That's going to count as your first double crochet for the round. Then you're going to yarn over, go into the same stitch, and just make one more double crochet into the same stitch. And then you're going to make 2 double crochet into every stitch around for a total of 24 stitches, and then come back. So 2 double crochet into every stitch around. So I'm going to do one more stitch with you. I'm going to make 2 double crochet into the same stitch, so you can see how I did it. And then you're just going to repeat that all the way around until you have a total of 24 stitches, and then come back. This is how your work should look, and after you finish your last double crochet, you're going to make a slip stitch into the top stitch of that first chain 3 that you made. And then we're going to get ready for our next round. For the next increase round, the first thing you're going to do is chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And this time we're going to make 1 double crochet in the first stitch and then 2 double crochet into the second stitch. So this first chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet. So into the next stitch, we're going to make 2 double crochet into the same stitch. And then I'm going to do one more set with you, and then I'll let you finish on your own. So you're going to make 1 double crochet into the first stitch, and then 2 double crochet into the second stitch. And you're going to repeat that pattern all the way around, back to the beginning, and then come back. You should have completed 36 stitches for that round. Now you're going to make a slip stitch into the top stitch of that first chain 3 that we made, and then that finishes up that round. For the next row, we're not going to complete the round. We're going to make an increase row. The first thing you're going to do is make a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to take and count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in the 9th stitch over, you're going to take your crochet hook, go into that stitch, and take a yarn marker, and in my case I just use one of my scraps of yarn, and just put a yarn marker into that space because we're going to leave this part unworked for this row. Then you're going to take and make 1 double crochet into 2 stitches and then 2 double crochet into 3rd stitch. So this first chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet. Just yarn over, go into the 2nd stitch, make 1 double crochet, and then you're going to make 2 double crochet into the next stitch, and then you're going to repeat that pattern all the way to the yarn marker. I'm going to make one more set with you. 1 double crochet into the 1st stitch, 1 double crochet into the 2nd stitch, and then 2 double crochet into the 3rd stitch. Then you're going to repeat that pattern all the way around to the yarn marker and then come back. Then I just finished my last 2 double crochet into my last stitch. I'm going to make 1 double crochet into the stitch with the yarn marker, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish off. Just yarn over and pull enough yarn through to bury into your work. Then we're going to change colors. Then you're going to take your new color and we're going to join it right where you finished off. Just take your crochet hook, go into that stitch on the end. You're going to grab your new color with your crochet hook and bring up a loop. Then you're going to chain 1, then turn your work and just tie a knot. And we're going to bury our loose yarn ends as we work. So you're going to make a chain of 3. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Then you're going to make 3 double crochet into the same stitch, the next stitch. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut my loose yarn ends. Then you're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and work a double crochet into your 3rd stitch. So skip 2 stitches and work a double crochet into the 3rd stitch. And then you're just going to repeat that pattern. So I'm going to do one more set with you. 1 double crochet into 3 stitches. Then you're going to make 3 double crochet into the same stitch into the next stitch. And then 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. Then you're going to skip 2 stitches and repeat, and do that all the way to the other side. So you're going to repeat that all the way to the other side, but you leave the bottom portion unworked, and then come back. Then you should have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 sets. I have 3 stitches left. I'm going to skip 2 stitches and make a double crochet into that 3rd stitch. Then I'm going to go ahead and finish off. Just yarn over and pull enough yarn through to bury into your work. And then we're going to go ahead and get our next color. We're going to take and join our new color right where we finished off. So take your crochet hook, go into the same stitch that you just finished off. You're going to hook your new color and bring it through, bring up a loop. Then you're going to chain 1. Turn your work over and tie your knot. Now you're going to take your new color and join it right where you finished off. And you're going to make a chain of 3. Then you're going to skip the next stitch right here and work a double crochet into the 2nd stitch. This is going to be a little bit different on this row because we're going to be making an increase ripple stitch. So after you make that 1 double crochet, you skip a stitch, make a double crochet into the next stitch, then you're going to make 2 double crochet into the next stitch. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And that should bring you to the middle stitch of the 3 double crochet on the previous row. You're going to make 3 double crochet into that stitch, into that middle stitch. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Two double crochet into the next stitch. And then 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And that is going to be your set. So you're going to skip the next 2 stitches, which should fall over the gap of your previous row's gap, which is what you want. So you're going to skip 2 stitches and then make a double crochet into that 3rd stitch. And then I'm going to do one more set with you so you know what set that you're going to make to the other side. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet into the next stitch, one double crochet into the next stitch, and that should bring you to that middle stitch of the previous row's 3 double crochets. So you're going to make 3 double crochet into that middle stitch, then 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 2 double crochet into the next stitch, one double crochet into the next stitch, and then you're going to skip the 2 next stitches, which is right over the gap of the previous row, and then that is your set that you're going to make for this increasing row. And do that all the way to the other side, and then come back. I finished my last set for that row, and I have 1 stitch left. I'm going to go ahead and make a double crochet into that stitch, and then finish off. Go ahead and join your next color right where you finished off, and then come back. You should have joined your new color for this row. You're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to skip the next stitch and work a double crochet into the second stitch. Then you're going to work a double crochet into the next 3 stitches, that will bring you to the middle stitch of the previous row's 3 double crochet. You're going to make 3 double crochet into the same stitch, that middle stitch. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches, I'm going to go ahead and cut my loose yarn ends. And then you could see that that brings you to your gap. You're going to skip those 2 stitches, and that will line up your gap nicely. And then you're going to complete another set. So go ahead and finish all the way to the other side. 1 double crochet in 4 stitches, 3 double crochet into that middle stitch, and then 1 double crochet into 4 stitches, skip 2, and then repeat. I finished my last set, and then I have 2 stitches left. I'm going to skip a stitch and then work a double crochet into my last stitch. Then you're going to finish off, just yarn over and pull enough yarn through to bury into your work, and then you're going to go ahead and join your next color right where you finished off. After you've joined your new color, you're going to go ahead and make a chain of 3. This is going to be another increasing set. So you're going to start out the same chain of 3. You're going to skip the next stitch and make a double crochet into the second stitch. Go behind your loose yarn ends. It's always nice to bury your loose yarn ends as you work. Then I always like to end up with 1 double crochet before my 3 double crochet into that middle stitch. So I'm going to make one more single double crochet into the next stitch. Then I'm going to make 2 double crochet into the next stitch. Then 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And that should bring you to the middle stitch of the previous row's 3 double crochet. You're going to make 3 double crochet into the same stitch of that middle stitch. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Two double crochet into the next stitch. And then 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut my loose yarn ends. And that's going to bring you to your gap, skipping those 2 stitches of your gap, and then just repeating the set. So I'm going to do one more with you so you can see how to do this increasing set. Make sure you do it right. So 1 double crochet into 1 stitch, actually 1 double crochet into 2 stitches, 2 double crochet into the next stitch, one double crochet into the next stitch, and that should bring you to your middle stitch of the 3 double crochet into the same stitch on the previous row. So you're going to make 3 double crochet into that next stitch. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Two double crochet into your next stitch, and then 1 double crochet into that last stitch of the set. And that's your set that you're going to repeat. Skip 2 stitches and repeat your set all the way to the end, and then come back. After you finished your last set for this row, you should have 2 stitches left. I'm going to skip a stitch and then make a double crochet into that last stitch. And then you can go ahead and finish off. Just yarn over and pull enough yarn through to bury into your work. And then you're going to go ahead and grab your next color and join it right where you finished off. Go ahead and make your chain of 3 with your new color. Then you're going to skip a stitch and work a double crochet into the next stitch. Then this row, you're just going to make 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches. So this one counts as 1. Two, 3, 4, and 5. That will bring you right to the middle stitch of the previous row's 3 double crochet. You're going to make 3 double crochet into that next middle stitch. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches. I'm just going to cut my loose yarn ends again. And that's your set. So then you're going to skip 2 stitches, which will bring you right over the gap. You can see how my gaps are all lined up nicely. That's what you want. And then you're going to, so after you skip 2 stitches, you're going to make 1 double crochet into 5 stitches, 3 double crochet into that middle stitch of the previous row's 3 double crochet, then 1 double crochet into 5 stitches and skip 2 stitches and repeat. You're going to do that all the way to the other side and then come back. So after completing your last set, you have 2 stitches left. Skip the next stitch and make a double crochet into that last stitch. Then go ahead and finish off, just pulling enough yarn through to bury into your work, and then go ahead and join your next color for the next round right where you finished off. So for this next row, you're going to chain 3, skip a stitch, and then make 1 double crochet into the 3rd stitch, just like we've done on the previous rows. And this is going to be another increasing row. So this 1 double crochet counts as 1. The next stitch, you're going to make 2 double crochet in the same stitch. 1 double crochet into the next stitch. 2 double crochet into the next stitch. One double crochet into the next stitch, and then that will bring you to the middle stitch of the previous row's 3 double crochet. So you're going to make 3 double crochet into that next stitch. Then you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 2 double crochet into the next stitch, one double crochet into the next stitch, two double crochet into the next stitch, then 1 double crochet into the next stitch. So that is your set. That brings you right to the 2 stitches that you're going to skip on the gap, and then that's your set that you're going to do. 1 double crochet in one stitch, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet, 2, 1, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, skip 2 stitches and repeat. After you finish that last set, You have 2 stitches left. Skip a stitch, make a double crochet into your last stitch, then go ahead and finish off. Then go ahead and join your new color right where you finished off to get ready for the next. For this next set, you're going to start the same way. Chain 3, skip a stitch, make a double crochet into the next stitch, and for this set, it's going to be 1 double crochet into 7 stitches, 3 double crochet into that middle stitch of the previous row, and then 1 double crochet into 7 stitches, skip 2 stitches, and repeat. This is how your work should be looking so far. After you finish that last set, go ahead and finish off, turn your work, and join your new color. This is our last increase round that we're going to make. So you're going to start it the same way, chain 3, skip a stitch, and make a double crochet into the next stitch. Then you're going to make 2 double crochet into the next stitch. And then you're going to alternate 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and you're going to keep alternating that until you get to that middle stitch of the previous row. 1 and then 2. And then I have 1 double crochet right before the middle stitch. So you can see how I'm now at the middle stitch of the previous rows, 3 double crochet. I'm going to make 3 double crochet, of course, into that middle stitch, just like we've been doing. And that is your increase set. So I'll go ahead and let you finish. 1 double crochet in one, 2 double crochet in the other, all the way down to your first gap, skip 2, and then repeat all the way across. So you should have already finished off and joined your new color, and we're going to get ready for our next row, and it's going to be worked a little bit differently. For this row, what you're going to do is you're going to make a single crochet into the next stitch over, go behind your loose yarn ends, and you're just going to make 1 single crochet into every stitch all the way to that middle stitch of the previous row's 3 double crochet. And then come back. This is how my work looks so far, and I've made it to that middle stitch of the previous row's 3 double crochet. I'm going to make 3 single crochet into that stitch. Then you're going to make 1 single crochet into every stitch to the next gap, and then come back. This is how your work should look so far. You've made it to your first gap. You're going to skip the 2 stitches that make up the gap, and you're going to make a double crochet into that 3rd stitch. So you're going to yarn over, go into that 3rd stitch, bring up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and go through 2, and then yarn over and go through 2 for your double crochet. Then you're going to make a double crochet into a total of 10 stitches. So this counts as 1, and then you're going to make 1 double crochet into a total of 10 stitches, and then come back. That should bring you to the middle stitch of the previous row's 3 double crochet. You're going to make 3 double crochet into the next stitch. And then you're going to make 1 double crochet into the next 10 stitches. And then that will bring you to your gap. You're going to skip those 2 stitches and repeat the pattern for 1 more ripple and then come back. This is how your work should look so far. You made your single crochet here, then you made your double crochet chevrons here for this one, and now you're down to your last one. You're going to skip 2 stitches and make a single crochet into that 3rd stitch. And then you're going to make 1 single crochet into every stitch up to the middle stitch of the 3 double crochet on the previous row. You're going to make 3 single crochet into that middle stitch just like you did on the opposite side, and then 1 single crochet into the rest of the stitches and then come back. After you finish the single crochet into that very last stitch, you're going to turn your work and we're going to work across the bottom of the hat. So now you're working along the sides of the double crochet. We're going to work in the gap underneath that double crochet. So for this first turn, you're going to make 2 double crochet into that gap for the turn. 1, 2. Then you're going to make 1 more double crochet in that same gap, so a total of 3 into the gap. Then you're going to go to the next gap over under the next color and make only 2 single crochet into that gap. Then you're going to go over to the next gap and make 2 single crochet. You're going to do that anytime you come to a double crochet gap. 2 single crochet into that gap. And you're going to do that all the way to where we started with the magic circle, except this one you will be able to see the stitches, and you're only going to put 1 single crochet into each of those stitches, and then you're back to the double crochet gaps, 2 single crochet into each of those all the way to the end, and then come back. So you can see how I finished my single crochet row all the way across the bottom of the hat. And now I'm back. I just finished 2 single crochet into that side of that double crochet. I'm going to make 1 more for the corner. And then I'm going to slip stitch into that first single crochet that we made. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish off. And now you're going to join your new color and you're going to repeat the same pattern all the way around back to where you started with your new color. So you can see how I added my new color, and I'm just repeating the exact same pattern with my new color. Now this is how your work should look after finishing that last color round. Now we're going to go ahead and make our shell, except we're not going to join where we finished off. This time we're going to have the right side facing up, and we're going to start in the corner. On the opposite side, you're going to grab whatever color that you want to use for the shells, and then go ahead and join that color right on the end. So take your crochet hook and join your color. You're going to chain 1 and then go ahead and tie your knot and then come back. Now to make the shells along the border. You're not going to make it across the bottom. You're only going to make them across the border of the bonnet. You're going to make a single crochet into the next stitch over, and then make a single crochet into the next stitch. Then you're going to make a half double crochet into the same stitch. So you're going to yarn over, you're going to go into the same stitch, you're going to bring up a loop. You have 3 loops on the hook. You're going to yarn over, turn the hook upside down, and go through all 3 for a half double crochet. Then you're going to make a double crochet. Then you're going to make a half double crochet in the same stitch. Then you're going to make a single crochet in the same stitch, and that's your shell. So you're going to skip a stitch, then you're going to make a single crochet into the second stitch. You can see how your shell lies nicely. Then you're going to make a single crochet into the next stitch and then make your shell. So I'm just going to make a couple with you so you can make sure that you know how to make the shell. Now I'm making my half double crochet into the same stitch, double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet in the same stitch. Then I'm going to skip a stitch, make a single crochet into the second stitch. I'm going to make one more shell with you. Now I'm going to make a single crochet into the next stitch. Then I'm going to make a half double crochet into the same stitch. Double crochet into the same stitch. Half double crochet into the same stitch. Single crochet into the same stitch. Then I'm going to skip a stitch, single crochet into the second stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, and then I'm going to make my shell. Half double crochet in the same stitch. Go ahead and finish your shell, and that's how you're going to work your shell border all around to the opposite side and then come back. I just wanted to show you what to do when you reach a gap. You're going to just make a single crochet into each of those stitches. So I made a single crochet in each of those 2 stitches, a single crochet into the next stitch, and then a single crochet into the next stitch, and then I make my shell into that stitch. And that's just how I did it. So you can see how the work looks, and that's just what I did for the gaps. Then you can go ahead and finish off once you reach the end, and this is what mine looks like. You can see the border. Then what you can do is just take your tapestry needle turn it so that the wrong side is facing up, and that would be where you have the loose yarn end from your magic circle. And we'll start with that one. You just take any loose yarn ends, put it onto your tapestry needle, then you're just going to weave it through the inside of your work. I just go a couple of times around the magic circle on the inside, going back and forth and just burying it on the inside so the hat doesn't come undone. Go ahead and bury all of your loose yarn ends. Then you take whatever color ribbon that you're using, and this is the wrong side of the bonnet facing up. I'm going to come from the right side up to the wrong side, and I'm going to just weave it in and out. On the wrong side, you only want one double crochet, and then on the right side, you're going to have about 4 double crochet so that the ribbon shows through. So this is the wrong side facing up, and you can see how I skipped 4 double crochet so that the ribbon shows more on the outside of the bonnet. And then you're just going to weave the ribbon through the hat. And here I'm skipping more double crochet so that the ribbon shows more on the other side. So you can see how it looks on the outside, the ribbon. And then you're just going to weave it through the top of the bonnet. And then when I get up to this part of the bonnet, I'm going to weave it into this area and then down again to the other side of the hat. Now this is the right side facing up, and you could see my ribbon. I even skipped more spaces as I went around. And then I went from this part of the hat bonnet over to the edge with my ribbon and went across the top. And then I went back down towards the purple and then out at the end with my ribbon. Make sure that both ribbon ends are the same length for tying a bow at the bottom of the hat or in the front of the hat. Then this is how the hat would look like once you have it on the baby. You would just cinch down the ribbon, and that holds it down at the top of the head. You could see how it's cinched around the head. Once you have the bow tied on the front and you know how long you want the ribbon to be, then you can cut the ribbon. And this is what the bonnet looks like on the baby. And this dress is also on video tutorial, the matching dress, as well as there's some shoes that will match it too.